got a sinus infection. Hey guys, Joel Valley from Media Glitch here, and today we have a special comic review that I really wanted to do because, well, show them the comic. It's The Fly, okay? And this is, how many issue run is this, do you know?
I'm not sure. I want to say it's like a 4-issue run, but don't quote me on that.
I think it's going to be 5, the way they're kind of dragging it out, probably. But, so, Dominic and I are both huge fans of The Fly, right?
Oh yeah, enormous fans.
Yeah, we got one mic, so we gotta kind of share, but because we don't have a boomstick guy. That's like Evil Dead, or Army of Darkness.
This is my boomstick.
So we're gonna be passing this mic around, but we love the movie. I own it on DVD, special edition DVD, Blu-ray, all that works. So, and now this comic comes out. So who wants to talk first? You want to talk about it first, or you want me to talk about it first?
I'll talk about it, yeah. All right, we'll do a little pass-off. All right, I don't know anybody, actually, that's doing this book, the writer or the artist, but I do have faith in the publisher, IDW. They have some great properties right now, especially from the 80s. Miami Vice, The Fly, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles. So, I mean, it's got some good stuff, and, I mean, it's just great to see all this stuff again, especially like this real niche stuff like The Fly getting some recognition. Anyways, I have mixed feelings on the book. I read it yesterday. Don't know how I feel about it yet. I think it's great that they're picking it up after The Fly 2, which is, of course, not as great a film as the first Fly. Didn't have the magic of Cronenberg, but it did have an interesting story. It was good. It was good horror, I guess.
Not
Sci-fi
a bad
horror.
film.
It's not bad by any means. It's not like Leprechaun bad, but
Not Jennifer Aniston.
it's not Jennifer Aniston bad at all.
What's so funny?
But I mean, it's just not the same. But they're picking it up years later after The Fly 2. So spoilers, if you haven't seen The Fly 2, I'm going to talk a little bit about it. His son, Martin, he survives the events of The Fly 2. His evil stepdad does not. He is the Fly, and it starts off with him trying to cure him still after all these years. His genes are still corrupt. Martin's genes are still corrupt. He has a relationship still with Beth. He's still freaked out that, like, their relationship seemed a little kooky. That's what kind of freaked me out in the comic. Yeah, it's a little bit odd the way that was going down. I think that they introduced a really cool design for the Fly again, because Anton morphed into I don't know, he goes into another cocoon because he's already a Fly character, but he grows into like this other like crazy Fly. And anyways, that's interesting. The style of the art, I honestly am just not sold on it, only because it looks so much like the film, like really realistic, and it's really dark. A lot of the pages are just dark, and part of the appeal of why I like to read comics, and this is just personal preference, I like to see the artistic styles. I like to see, it's not completely 100% like frame by frame like watching a movie. And with this a lot, I felt like it looked a lot like I was just looking at stills. Obviously, they're very stylized, but I mean, not knocking the artist at all. I mean, it takes a lot of skill. It's just not for me. I'm not sure how far along I'll go with this. I'd probably give this book 4 hot dogs out of 5.
I thought that'd be a 5 hot dog. You know? I actually really, really, really love the art style. Okay, because here's the thing: when you like a comic like Big Trouble in Little China, okay, comes out, I'm really excited, and though the story is good, it's so cartoony, the way it's drawn. It kind of like, I don't know, it kind of drew me back. But it's Big Trouble in Little China. It's a comedy. That's fine. With The Fly, it's dark. and that comic is dark. And and Eric Schultz looks like Eric Schultz, you know, like it's so cool. And I'm never gonna get the story further from the Fly 2. I'm never gonna get that in a movie, and this is the closest thing I'm gonna get. So I'm happy that it looks like a movie. Like, I'm happy that it looks like stills, and I think they did a wonderful job in that. I do feel like they waste some panel space, like a lot of like. It's just, you know, like you can read this in 5 minutes. It's just like that, and that's some of the problems I have with comics nowadays, is because they just waste these panels in the art. You know, you see, want to say something?
I do actually, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. Is, I mean, you're paying $4 for a comic, which is relatively is or isn't a lot of money, but I mean, you can breeze through a book like this in 5 minutes, and for $4, I'm like,
Right.
I want more.
Because you can buy a novel that you'll be reading for like a month, or I don't know, a week at least, and you can buy that for like $9 or $6.99 soft cover, you know.
Exactly. And for this, I think that's part of what I'm talking about with the artistic style. I'm not saying the skill is not great; it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, they even went as far as to age the characters. I mean, it looks years later. You know, I mean, you know, maybe like 5 to 10 years later or something like that. But I mean, it looks good. But I think part of the problem with that is that it probably takes a long time to render, and then they stylize it too with all this monochromatic stuff. It looks really green, it looks really dark, and I think that although the art's great, I think it hurts the story in a way, because it's so art driven that the story is just not what it could be.
Well, I mean, this is the first issue. They're setting stuff up, and they don't really give you much. But I'm really liking it so far. I do find it weird that, like, why is he trying to cure Anton? Like, he should hate that guy, you know? So that's kind of weird, but if it helps science, I guess, in his mind. I don't think he's infected in this. He just doesn't know if, you know, he still has these crazy genes, so... because I don't want to spoil it, but in the end you find out some other stuff. But so far, I'm down, and I will buy them all, because I love the Fly, and just like imagine that on your wall or somewhere, you know, because that's where I display a lot of stuff. But you know, it's really cool. The art is really cool. I recommend picking it up. Since he's hot dogging this, I'm gonna give it 5 hot dogs as well.
5 hot dogs! Wow, that's one for the park. Okay.
It's a 5 hot dog.
Yeah, for me it is, because it hasn't done nothing wrong for me, besides the fact that, like, it's a breeze to read, you know. And then, in all honesty, I don't have that much time, so I guess that it works out for my thing. So, thank you, Dominic, for coming and sharing your opinion. Dominic is Media Glitch's comic guy. You're going to see a lot of him. We're going to be doing a lot of comic reviews in the future, and we're just happy to have him on the team. I mean, he's been doing Media Glitch for a while, but now he's officially part of the team. So the team has grown, if you haven't noticed.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Take us home. Tell him, comment.
Comment below.
He's in training. He's in training.
Sorry, I know, this is new to me. Tell us how many hot dogs you rate this episode, 1 through 5.
Or if you read this.
If you read the comic, how many hot dogs you give it. I go through a hot dog rating system. 1 being the poorest, but 5 hot dogs. If you want to go like a double dogger, whoa, that's good. Okay. Thanks, Media Glitch.
Give me the mic. He's just still learning. So, yes, we love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Did you pick this up? What did you think? Are there any Fly fans out there like me? Like, I have that first movie memorized. And I did hear a rumor, I don't know if it's still true, but that Cronenberg was going to remake his remake. Do you guys know anything about that? Let me know in the comment section. Alright, we love you guys. Take care. This is a well. This is a well. This is a well. This is a well. I was a well. This is 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 a well. I got a sinus infection.